and turn it over to Kamala, who says, what the hell am I doing with this guy right now? But all kidding aside, I've known you my whole life, most of you. I've worked with you my whole life, most of you. I've been around doing this for a long, long time. I don't always get it right, but I always take responsibility. When I get it wrong, I acknowledge I got it wrong. But my overarching objective, if we cannot make significant progress on racial equity, this country is doomed. It is doomed, not just because of African Americans, but because by 2040, this country is going to be minority white European. Hear me? Minority white European. And you guys are going to have to start working more with Hispanics, who make up a larger portion of the population than y'all do.
It needs to be said very clearly that 4 black men hanging from trees in 1 week is not a coincidence. It's not an accident. It is not an incident. The fact that all 4 cases have said no foul play and then just close the cases, like at this point, all marginalized communities need to round the wagons. Like, do not go out alone. Do not go running alone. Do not go shopping alone. Like, some people are like, stop just like, don't make conspiracy theories or stop being alarmist, but the alarms already rang. Like, the alarms rung. That is past tense. We are all in it now. From ICE raids to police brutality to legislation, birthright citizenship is now just been blown up. This is the reality. So instead of tensing up, take a deep breath, relax your jaw, let your eyes feel clear, let your brain relax your forehead, and look clearly at what you're doing for your community. What is your community? How do you build it if you don't have it? Because this is unspeakable, but it's going to be spoken again and again and again. It's unspeakable, but this is the language that is now being communicated. And we are 6 months in, so do what you need to do to keep each other safe.
Very clear that I have no reason to directly connect these 2 stories. These are 2 unrelated stories. The reason I'm sharing this, however, is because we are living in a time when we cannot afford to be naive. We are living in a time when we need to pay attention. And changes have been made to our government that cause it to not be doing its job. Firing of inspectors general. Purging the highest ranks of our military officers. Preventing members of Congress from performing their oversight duties. So what you have here is you have one story that migrants in the United States have been routinely shackled, the waist, wrists, ankles, and loaded onto cargo planes. Not just cargo planes, but cargo planes with the rear doors that can open mid-flight. Completely separate story. 5 corpses with their hands and feet bound have been found floating in the sea off the coast of Majorca. And since January, 31 bodies have been recovered there. Again, no reason to have these 2 stories directly connected, but we cannot be so naive as to think that things don't happen. I very much would like to know how it is that people are ending up floating up on beaches in the Mediterranean, shackled. This article here suggests that they're believed to be migrants who are attempting to travel the dangerous route from Algeria to Spain. What migrants travel in shackles? That's something I very much do not understand. What do you mean that they're believed to be migrants who are attempting to travel the dangerous route from Algeria to Spain by boat? So, this is one story. This is another. The other part of not being naive that I want to pay attention to. So, you have to ask yourself, and I know there are a bunch of people out there who are ready to jump in and say, oh no, it's more efficient to transport people by cargo planes. No, it's not. No, it's more economical and more efficient to use passenger planes for people, for passengers. You can get more people on the planes. They are more cost effective. Cargo planes are not cost effective. So forget about that argument. So then why do you do it? Well, maybe they're doing it to create fear, to create a sense of terror. All right. Another concern is maybe they're doing it to condition, both to condition people who get loaded onto planes to think this is normal, this is just how we do it, don't worry about this, and to condition those of us who are watching. So that when you've got somebody like me who raises concerns, I'm made to look foolish. Hey, why are you worried about that? There's nothing really going on here. It's just the way we do things. It's conditioning us to think it's okay until such time as it's not okay and it's being used for more nefarious purposes. And of course, then we've got our potential worst case scenarios of why this is being done. We cannot afford to be naive. We cannot stop paying attention. We do not have sufficient government oversight making sure that more nefarious things don't happen. And extremists have been welcomed, taken into the fold with this current administration. And so even if this current administration is not ordering atrocities, the extremists that they are in bed with will read between the lines of the things their great leader says and take actions on their own, thinking that they're aligned with the cause.
Besides me finding this alligator Alcatraz to be a little concerning, I know I can't be the only one to find this to be a little concerning, because what it's allegedly being used for is for illegal immigrants, right? But is that really what it's being used for? I don't know. Maybe all of those conspiracies out there are becoming a reality. If you know what I'm talking about. But something really does not sit right with me when it comes to this alligator Alcatraz. And again, I know I can't be the only person to find this to be a little concerning. There's a lot of strange and weird and eerie things going on.
When they find women and children and they're saying, oh my God, I was chained in a basement for the last 5 years. I don't know what happened. I went to CBP, they took me, and then boom.
I found out that GSA had awarded a contract to a company to transport unaccompanied minors.
Children get in traffic every day. We don't take their biographical info. Where are those children going?
The number one goal of FEMA is to instill equity in emergency management. It's not to save lives. There are still people that are missing.
You see that? There's our undercover journalists, brave citizen journalists, trying to expose human trafficking. They recorded everything of the cartel. They're talking about us. They're talking about shipping migrants. It's all on audio. We got everything.
Every single agent knows deep in his heart what's going on is wrong.
Fire me. Maybe after this they will.
You're hungry, you're tired. Add in cartel, add in kids being trafficked. The cars are creeping on us. There's a third car over there now.
We've been recording for 16 hours. We got it.